Hi, I'm David Hakimi with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and today I'm here with Kim Clancy of Mindful Mortgage. We're going to talk about part 2 of moving to Erie, Colorado, the Weld County side of town versus the Boulder County side of town. Like we talked about before, Erie's unique. It straddles County Line Road, and it lies right over 2 counties, and they definitely have distinct characteristics and some pros and cons. So today we're going to delve into the Weld County side and what the advantages are of being on the Weld County side.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool. So number 1, the Weld County side absolutely has the best mountain views. You know, both sides have great mountain views. There's no disputing that. The Boulder County side has good views, but the big difference on the Weld County side is the topography. The Weld County side of Erie sits up on a hill, a ridge, so to speak, that runs north and south, I guess you would say. Runs north and south from the Vista Ridge neighborhood all the way to the North Ridge neighborhood, and there's about 4 or 5 neighborhoods in between. So the neighborhoods that sit up on the ridge and have just stellar mountain views when you're looking off the west backing lots would be Vista Ridge, Collier's Hill, Erie Highlands, Vista Point, and North Ridge. Would you agree those are the 5 that sit up on the hill?
Erie High School, so it was named by Yellowstone the best view in all of the Front Range. This was the best view, and we've talked about this before, how amazing it would be to go to that high school.
With the views out of that.
Totally, it's amazing.
And K through 8 there, Soaring Heights also sits on that same hill and has amazing views. But all of those neighborhoods sit along that ridge, and because they're up at elevation, you know, you just can't beat it. You're looking down at the Front Range from a point of elevation.
Awesome.
The mountain views on some of the premium lots in those neighborhoods are just second to none. In fact, they're considered some of the best views of the Front Range in all of the Denver Metroplex. So
because it's not completely built up. When you're looking, you look straight out to the mountain, so it's amazing.
Yeah, I would agree. So that's one of the biggest things. If you absolutely have to have $1 million view that's second to none, you're not going to find it as nice on the Boulder County side as you will the Weld County side. Okay, the number 2 thing that I think is probably the most second most important that we hear when people are deciding which side they want to live on, the Weld County side simply has better access to I-25, better access to Denver International Airport, better access to the toll road. It sits right there on E470, and downtown Denver and DTC as a result are going to be a little bit easier access. I mean, it's not huge. Erie's not a big place. We're talking about 10, 12 minutes from one corner to the other if you're coming from the 2 farthest points on it. So it's not a massive difference, but if you're trying to,
if you're leaving early in the morning
and you're trying to shave that last 10 or 15 minutes off your commute, the Weld County side neighborhoods will be closer to the tollway, closer to I-25. You're going to have a quicker commute when you're on the Boulder County side, unless you're going to Boulder. If you work in Boulder, of course, Boulder County side is going to be better access to jobs in Boulder, Longmont, Lafayette, Louisville, places like that, Superior. But if you're going downtown Denver, Denver Tech Center, the airport, definitely going to be easier from the Weld County side.
But what's neat about Erie, though, is that, it's like, okay, where are you working? Where do you spend most of your time? And we have 2 sections of Erie that if you spend most of your time downtown, here's where you are. If you spend most of your time in Boulder, here's where you are. So it's pretty cool where we're located just in general.
I would agree. Erie in general is probably going to be the best spot in the whole Metroplex if you need an even commute to downtown, to Fort Collins, to Denver International. They're all going to be within 20 minutes in any direction, or Boulder. So if you want Boulder, if you want downtown Denver, if you want the airport, if you want Fort Collins, Erie is probably the best jumping point for any of those commutes if you're trying to get a good even distribution. So the access in Erie in general is great, but it is probably a little better if you're on the Weld County side. Number 3, if you're a golfer, the Weld County side is way better for golfers. We've got the Colorado National Golf Course that sits inside the Vista Ridge neighborhood. Colorado National, if you're not familiar with it, is one of the best link style courses along the Front Range. It's not quite a PGA level course like you have down in Castle Pines, so it's not quite on par with that, but it is really, really good. I mean, to put it in perspective, the University of Colorado in Boulder named it as their home course because it has such stunning views and it's just such a gorgeous course, and it's on rolling topography that they literally drive past 2 closer golf courses that I'm sure either one of those courses would have been happy to let CU claim it as their home course and brand up all the carts with the CU logo, but they skipped over 2 much closer courses to name Colorado National the home course of the Colorado Boss because it's just
awesome.
It's just that stunning of a golf course. And if you're not necessarily down to play a full-blown round of golf, but you want top golf, The new Top Golf has opened up on the highway right there, just really close to the Weld County side. So
and that's fun. Have you done that?
Super fun. It's great.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, we're gonna put some footage of it here in the video so people can check it out. But there are 2 Top Golfs in the Denver Metroplex. One of them's way down south in Centennial. The other opened up right here in the Erie Thornton area. So if you want golf, you're closer on the Weld County side.
Agreed.
Number 4, the amenities. If you want a neighborhood with amenities like a pool and a clubhouse, there are 5 neighborhoods in Erie that have full-blown amenities. 4 of them are on the Weld County side.
Yeah.
So if you absolutely have to have that family-style neighborhood with the big pool and the clubhouse, Vista Ridge, Erie Commons, Erie Highlands, and Collier's Hill are the 4 newest neighborhoods that have a pool and a clubhouse, and they're all going to be on the Weld County side.
Well, we've talked about this, about when we talked about the taxes. This is the reason. These are our newer neighborhoods. They come with the amenities. On the Boulder County side, it's the older neighborhoods, and so that's the reason.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give props to the one neighborhood that is on the Boulder County side, Arapahoe Ridge. Arapahoe Ridge, and we've covered this in other videos. It's pretty unique in the fact that it's got a tennis court, it's got a clubhouse, it's got a pool, it's got all the amenities that the newer ones do, but it's still in a non-metro district non-metro taxing district neighborhood. So if you really want amenities and really low taxes, the only way to get it is going to be in Arapahoe Ridge, which is on the Boulder County side. I mean, to play pros and cons with that, the Arapahoe Ridge neighborhood is nice, but it's definitely older. It's probably coming up on 20 years old. So you either need to find a house that's been updated or...
Well, it's not Erie School District.
It's Boulder County School, Boulder Valley School, so it's not bad. It's not St. Vrain. It's just some people prefer Boulder Valley schools anyway. But I think if you want dirt cheap taxes and amenities, that's the one neighborhood to do it. But if you want brand new, shiny, new construction, the 4 neighborhoods with amenities that have that are on the Weld County side.
Yep.
Number 5, mountain biking. If you're a mountain biker, who isn't in Colorado?
I'm not.
You're not. Come on. a
Nope.
lot of people move here to bike and ski and hike. If mountain biking is your thing, the Weld County side of Erie has the Erie Single Track on it.
Yeah.
So, and the Erie Single Track's fantastic. The Boulder County Mountain Bike Alliance took over some old, I think it was an old landfill actually, that has major rolling topography. It kind of comes down off of that ridge, and they built downhill runs on it, and they built several loops. Super fun little mountain bike course. I mean, granted, it's not quite the same as taking the drive up into the mountains, but if you want a mountain bike trail that you can literally ride your bike out of your garage to it, if you're on the Weld County side, those same 4 neighborhoods that we named, Vista Ridge, Collier's Hill, Erie Highlands, Vista Point, Northridge, most of those have close enough proximity to the Erie Single Track that you can actually ride your bike out of your garage, go do a loop, and head back to the house.
Can you just ride like a regular, can I bring like a beach cruiser, or is it not for that?
Do you want to break your neck?
Oh, no.
I mean, you gotta have the right tools.
Gotcha.
You really should have at least a good hardtail with a front suspension fork, if not a full suspension bike.
So no beach cruiser.
Beach cruiser will probably get you hurt because they are fairly serious trails. I mean, they've got pro level downhill runs, and the loops are pretty good technical riding. So you probably don't want to take the beach cruiser out there. But there are plenty of paved trails. You got the Coal Creek Trail, that's paved all the way into Boulder, and that's right there in the same area. So if you want to dust off the beach cruiser, I'd hit the Coal Creek Trail.
I got it.
All right. Number 6, restaurants. If you really want good proximity to restaurants, unfortunately, most of the restaurants are also on the newer Weld County side. Yep. Lazy Dog Bar and Grill, it's a big one. Most of the fast food that's opened up there along Highway 7, you got Taco Bell, the new Popeyes, Sonic, McDonald's.
That's
Sonic.
where all of our fast food really is.
All the fast food runs right there along Highway 7 on the Weld County side, so you can have easier proximity to that. And then you got a couple of high-end restaurants like Enjoy, which is fine dining. Blake's Tap House, which is also another bar and grill that's pretty cool. Si Senor is probably one of the better Mexican restaurants in Erie. That's right there in the same strip center as Lazy Dog on the Weld County side. Beltran's Grill is also another popular one that's come over there. Panda Express, it's, slightly better fast food. You got Fu Young, which is another takeout only Chinese. It's one of my son's favorites. Place is really good. Right there in the same strip center as Lazy Dog. Mod Pizza, if you want the pizza place where you can kind of go through the line and pick your toppings. They've got a Mod on the Weld County side.
That's super good.
Super good. And if you're a sushi fan, Erie's only sushi restaurant is right there in the same area, Sakura. It's on the Weld County side. So dining.
Well, and we're forgetting King Soopers. I mean, that's the big thing, right? Is we need to throw King Soopers in there because That's
the big grocery store is right there in that same area. But in all fairness, they're about to build the second King Supers on the Boulder County side. That'll be here in another month or two. So I'd consider that a draw. As of right now, technically, Weld County definitely has more grocery shopping. You do have the Safeway on the Boulder County side, but the Safeway is not nearly as big and upscale as the big King Supers. However, they are going to build another big upscale King Supers here in the next month or so on the Boulder County side. So I'd call that one a wash between the two.
Yeah. Okay.
But along those lines, point number 7, Costco. If you want Costco is right there off of I-25. There's also Daveco Liquor. So Costco, Home Depot is another big one, and Daveco. Daveco actually I read something.
I think it's like the
biggest liquor store in the United States, and it's right there off of I-25, close to the Weld County side. So if you want to go stock up for the big party and want huge selection of liquor, it's cheaper. If you want to be able to make a quick Home Depot run, the Weld County side's a lot quicker. That's also about to be a draw, though, because right there in the same area that they're building the new King Supers, they're about to put a brand new Lowe's. So the Home Depot Lowe's thing will be a wash pretty soon. Unless you prefer Home Depot, then you're still going to be a lot closer on the Weld County side. So amenities like that are a little better on Weld. But number 8 then would be Old Town Erie. Old Town Erie is a big draw now. A few years ago, Old Town Erie wasn't that developed. It wasn't as big of a deal. People would still intentionally drive to Old Town Lafayette or Old Town Louisville if they wanted a real Old Town feel. But I got to say, last 3 or 4 years, Old Town Erie is coming to its own.
Well, I know that, a lot of the people that worked on the businesses downtown worked on the businesses in Louisville, and how Louisville started off like Erie, and then, built all these restaurants and little shops and boutiques. And now we kind of have implemented that, and we've done a great job.
Yeah, they copied it. I mean, you should know well, your office was down there forever. You've had 2 offices down in Old Town Erie. You've got really good fine dining down in Old Town Erie. And that's technically on the Weld County side too. We should show props to some of those restaurants. You've got
24 karat.
24 karat Peripi is awesome.
So good.
24 karat and Peripi are actually both fine dining. I mean, I don't know if they're 5-star, but they're probably 4-star. Both are awesome
Birdhouse.
chefs. Birdhouse is
we
another
have
fantastic.
all of the breweries.
The breweries, there's 3 breweries, pizza and brewery down there. So if you want, cool walk score to bars and restaurants, and they do the farmers market there on the weekend of the summer. The farmers market's awesome. It's just a good time.
It's really fun.
And they do all sorts of festivals and parades all year down there too as well. So if you want to be closer to that, Weld County side is definitely going to be closer to Old Town. Then the next one, number 9, would be the high school. If you got high school age kids, the high school, and for what it's worth, the big K-8 Soaring Heights, the 2 newest, biggest state-of-the-art schools in Erie, are up on the hill on the Weld County side. So if you want an easy commute for your kid, if you don't want them driving too far, if you want them to maybe be able to still ride a bike to school, your high schoolers definitely going to have a little bit easier go of it on the Weld County side than they would on the Boulder
Now,
County
I do
side.
know for the high school that they will get bused, right? So as long as you live in Erie, you can get bused. But for the K-8, no. So if you live over here in Boulder County side, then if you want to go through the K-8, that's not your designated school. You can't get a bus.
Yeah, and you're right. A K-8 kid doesn't have a driver's license yet, so mom and dad are definitely driving the kids to Soaring Heights if you live on the Boulder County side, or if you're on the Weld County side, probably close enough to let them ride their bike or walk to
they
school.
get bused.
Or they get bused, or they ride their bike. So easier proximity to the K-8 and the high school on the Weld County side. And then finally, number 10, the Rec Center. If you want to be close to the Erie Rec Center and the baseball fields and the soccer fields and everything that the Erie Rec Center offers, it's right there, on County Line Road. So, Kim argued with me on this point. He said that it's almost a draw because it kind of sits in the middle, but technically still going to be closer to the Weld County side.
Well, definitely downtown, right? Because it's downtown. So if you live in the, whatever it is, 7 blocks.
Yeah, but Erie Highlands butts up to it.
That's true.
Erie Highlands, Erie Commons, Collier's Hill. They can all
I'll give it to you.
walk down the hill to the Erie Rec Center. And the Erie Rec Center is really cool. It's got an indoor heated pool, massive gym facility. The rock climbing wall. I mean, it's a state
Lots of classes.
Lots of classes. We're going to put a little clip of that here in the video so you can see what we're talking about. But the Erie Rec Center is phenomenal. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's one of the newest rec centers in the north suburbs. All state-of-the-art, all super nice. technically a little bit closer to it on the.
Well, and we have
side.
1440 since we're talking about.
That's true gyms.
So that's on the Weld side.
Yeah, 1440 is also phenomenal as well. That's my personal gym. I love 1440. It's a smaller gym, but really good. If you like personal training, you got really affordable personal training. Really
Great
good classes.
Yeah.
It's owned by a gal that was a former bodybuilder. Shout out to Robbie Mock. She's awesome.
She is awesome.
So yeah, 1440 I would agree is really cool, and it's easy to access from the Weld County side. And in all fairness, though, there is a 24-hour fitness that opened up on 287 that's really accessible for the Boulder County side.
That's true.
So Boulder's not horrible if you want a close gym on the Boulder County side. The 24-hour fitness is over there, but the Rec Center and 1440 are both on.
And they're a little bit more downtown, right? Like they're a little bit more Erie based. 24-hour fitness is a big, massive gym. 1440 is Erie's
kind of a
gym.
community gym, Erie's gym. I would agree. I would agree with that. And 1440 technically is in Lafayette if you want to get technical about it, but it is a quick
24-hour fitness.
24-hour fitness. I said that wrong. 24-hour fitness is technically in Lafayette, but still easily accessible. Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching the video today. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to us. My email address and phone number is listed below in the video, and so is Kim Clancy's. There's also a link to make an online application. If you want the best mortgage lender in Erie, Kim Clancy is it.
Thank you.
You can apply online at the link below. Thanks for watching the video today. We look forward to seeing you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.